You hear that?
Nope.
Ripping ass over here. Oh God, that's horrible.
He said silence on the set. Dude. Is he ever going on the streets?
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to TFL Live Sunday night. We are actually ahead of schedule, so that's something special for once. Everyone should be happy about that. I got with yeah, I've got with me Zach and Josh. What's going on, guys?
What's up? I know I'm still frozen, picking my nose.
Well, I see.
Yeah, I think you are, dude.
Like, do I have to reboot something? What do I do, pretty?
That's a good question.
What do I do?
You're ruining it.
Now I don't even see you. Oh man, I spent all this time and doll hairs to get this classy video going.
Shit, man!
I thought we just roll with Josh picking his nose.
Oh, that's kind of fucked, bro.
Well, no, he's off the screen. I don't even see his picture anymore. Here,
you can hear me, right?
Yeah, we can hear you. You're there in spirit.
Speakers.
Okay. Why is Josh? Let's bring Josh to the top.
Hey, but how about that intro? What's up?
I didn't even hear it. How come I can't hear no intro?
All right, so you guys are not going to hear what's going on from the quote unquote director's booth program, but you guys out there in YouTube land should have heard a really spiffy program. I gotta mute myself.
Yeah, we're trying some new stuff. Pretty hit the books. Like watch some YouTube videos and we're trying to ramp up our game for you. For the consumer.
Yeah, we do it all for you guys, and you get exactly what you're paying for. So enjoy it. Although it is bothering me why Josh's video is gone.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Let me see. Oh, see, you're gone. You're gone from the Ninja link also. Yeah, so like Zach said,
I'm gonna try to log back in. Can I try that?
Yeah, log out and then hit that link again, and then I'll have to reset you up.
Oh. This is crazy. I'm like inverted on the YouTube too.
Are you looking at the YouTube stream?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so let's see, do we have any viewers yet? How's everybody doing? Fantastic. I feel good. A lot of heresy action lately, huh?
All right, I'm back. I went my old school camera. I gotta figure out this hover cam. It's like giving me some.
I don't think it's your. Here, hang on. Let me try to get you back on the screen. Properties.
Can you all not see me? Oh,
I don't see you. We can hear you just fine.
Are you still? I can see myself.
Oh, there you go. I got you back.
All right, cool.
You're back on there.
I see you.
Hopefully, everybody out there. We don't have any viewers yet. They're probably not used to us being on time. So as soon as we get some viewers, we'll see if everybody can hear and or see us. But it looks good from the stream side. Okay, yeah, Josh there we go. So yeah, I think we're
candies.
It shows one person watching.
Oh,
that's me. Never mind.
Oh.
You could be me.
So the good intro was wasted? Nobody got the
good intro on you.
Yeah. So
who wasted the good intro on you?
Yeah. Next week we'll just go back to the random stuff like fart noises. Yeah.
That's Izzy or fart noise?
That's Izzy. I don't even need a button for that one. She just makes her noises. Yeah, when I say you guys can't hear the noises coming off the soundboard unless you're listening to the stream audio itself. So for those of you on the viewer side, you should have just heard a wet fart.
A wet fart?
Yeah.
Is it wet?
Yeah, and then and I've got a DJ air horn that I just kicked off.
No, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Sunday, Sábado Domingo.
Did Zach freeze?
No. Exactly.
Oh, okay.
I'm right here. I'm trying to set it up so I can see chat stuff.
Cool. But yeah, this now that I've kind of got this figured out, I'll keep trying to tweak on it and get you guys some cooler stuff to look at going forward. But
the goodies,
yeah, you guys will get all the goodies. You're gonna want to come here and see this. But yes. What have you guys been up to, man? So it's been a couple of weeks since we last got together.
Yeah, like I was totally ready and down last week.
Yeah, me too. Last week I pulled out a bunch of terrain and made some repairs to terrain, trying to inventory what I've got. Like that's what I was doing. Like the last chapter, I was still getting that stuff in. Today, like no real progress on stuff since then. But I've since pulled out the militia.
Oh yeah.
Since the announcement, since the militia rules came out, it seems like everybody is now starting a militia army.
God, I know, isn't that like this? People like,
I know we did it before it was cool.
It's like when Dark Angels dropped. Everybody was like all of a sudden Dark Angels player.
Yeah, everybody's like, I'm gonna do this or whatever. So I think it's gonna be. I want to see. I bet it's gonna have that New Year's resolution. Type feel where everyone's super hyped, like I'm gonna lose weight and I'm gonna save money and all this shit, and then by February it's like, how many militia have you even purchased?
No, man, this is the greatest time on earth, man. We're living in the Renaissance era because same thing with Ox, right? People are like, ooh, and then it's like after they realize it's gonna cost them $7,000. To put together like a fucking small Ox force, because you need like thousands of dudes. It's like, oh shit, this was a bad idea. So you like scoop them up at like rock bottom prices. It's like, how about $350? Are you $350 for them militias?
Oh yeah, for sure. I think you're gonna see a glut of militia players dropping their shit in a couple of months whenever they realize just.
Send me your Russes. Send me your Russes.
Yeah, so yeah, I've got all these trays of dudes. I'm just gonna.
I have all the demons, bro. I love demons.
So I'm gonna pull these guys out, just get a good head count. We've got a lot of these guys. Some of these guys are penal, right? A lot of these guys are Necromunda guys, like gangers. But yeah, we had a pretty solid militia force, and so we got to lay.
Pretty solid. That's a fucking understatement.
Yeah,
we filled up a 4x8.
I heard you guys are getting your Gorgons out of retarement.
No, Gorgons for the win. Show them the Gorgon, bro. Like, I don't know why I didn't end up with any Gorgons. I got a handful. I got some ogres.
You got all the Malkador?
I got all the Malkador.
Stormhammer?
Oh, look, there's the other Stormhammer.
Stormhammer love.
My pieces.
Be careful with these spiky things. Gorgon, super heavy transport.
Corage, that one's for you, brother. Corage.
Yeah, Gorgon's so sexy.
Another Gorgon, super heavy transport.
He puts it down and he goes, another Gorgon, and another Gorgon. What do we have? 5 or 6, bro? I don't
Two more Gorgon super heavy
transport. And special Gorgon foam.
Yeah, Gorgon, special made Gorgon foam. So, yeah, the Gorgons. Who wants to touch us?
Yeah, not everyone can bring the Gorgon foam to the party.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, we've got two special, battle foam made.
I got one here. It fits the Stormhammers.
Yeah. Nice. So yeah, I mean, but we're still, but ever since the rules dropped, Josh and I have been like, hey man, maybe we should get in on them Sentinels or what? We need them heavy weapons emplacements. Like, what's that about? Like, so it's a downward spiral, man. You can't never enough.
Never enough. Like with horde armies, it's like fucking. You find yourself being.
More.
Remember I made that video for what was it? How to pack militia for a Adepticon? Come on.
Oh, hey, we've got our first viewer in the chat. What's going on, Garrett Lowe?
Garrett Lowe is in the chat.
My man.
My man. Garrett Lowe. Hey, and because of Garrett Lowe's extreme generosity, we have a cup to give away because Garrett Lowe said, roll it back in. So because of Garrett Lowe,
you let it ride.
Today's giveaway is going to be sponsored by Garrett Lowe and Garrett Lowe's awesomeness.
He's just a good guy.
Fuck yeah.
He's just a good guy.
So good guy, good player.
So Zach, you've been going back through your militia. What else have you been working on?
Well, I mean, I've been kind of tied up with some other stuff. I know they just discussed it a little bit on RFI, but I had that boat race yesterday. My through the chute boat race. So I was kind of focusing on that too. That was my last kind of project. So for those that didn't know, the town where I live in and work, they have this event every year called Through the Chute, where you have to navigate your way down the river. Like there's a pretty popular river, the Comal River, where there's like a man-made tube chute that kind of has like this big S curve, goes real fast, and you have to navigate through this tube chute in a boat completely made out of cardboard and duct tape.
Which turns your boat into poop.
Yeah, essentially, yeah. It's like basically, can you get to the end before it soaks through and you're fucked. So,
you get wet nalgas?
Oh yeah, for sure. My nalgas, soaked thoroughly. But I was working on my boat, and it was kind of thrown together. I didn't have the good cardboards or whatever, but I made a boat. It was modeled after the Star Trek, the Enterprise. So I thought it'd be kind of cool, like having those engines out to the side as like outriggers, the big disc or whatever in front. I called into RFI trying to get that, trying to elicit some help from Monty or maybe the listeners. I got to play a song during when I went down the chute. So I got on Fiverr and commissioned. Are you listening to Tejano over there, bro?
Play it, bro.
What's that?
Play it. I'm not playing nothing.
Oh, Monica's watching something on TV. I don't know what she's watching. Yeah, it's novella time.
Yeah, so I thought it'd be funny to get on Fiverr and commission this song that was basically the Star Trek Next Generation theme. But
play it, bro. Play it.
Okay, all right. I'll just play the fucking song.
Play the fucking song already. Shit.
Oh man, I guess if I would have been thinking, I would have had to send it to you because now we have the technology to play it for everybody.
Oh, we can't play it for
everyone? I have to play it like from my phone, like
all low tech, like hold the phone up to the screen. Like
that's what because you're like, play the fucking song, bro. Play the fucking song.
This segment is brought to you by the pins for the old people that can't figure out technology.
So here's the song. Can you hear it?
Yep. Loud and clear.
Sounds pretty good. Yeah,
that sounds pretty good. I love it.
Great film music.
Yeah. So, and you can imagine where it goes from there. So basically I got the shitty flute, like the third grade recorder. played shittily the Star Trek: The Next Generation theme, and that was going to be like right as I enter the chute and begin to fall apart. It just seemed sound but anyway, it's fucking. It was not. It just wasn't in the cards. The DJ couldn't get it to work on his playlist or whatever his message up. So he just had to play the regular Star Trek theme. I was kind of pissed because I would have brought it all together, but didn't work out. Didn't work out. So, but anyway, I got my boat, and as soon as it hit the water, pretty much it just immediately started to disintegrate. So me and my chick were in the boat. She got in first, and when I got in, it was like, oh no! It started to teeter. So I jumped out and basically rode the back like a boogie board, just holding on and keeping it steady. And I surfed the tube chute, and she was fine. She didn't get her hair wet at all. Stayed in. We lasted the whole thing all the way. But the boat was not very seaworthy. I need to put more time into it next time. But it was a badass event, though. So
I'll tell you, kudos to your girlfriend. I saw the pictures. Yeah, she was willing to get in costume and get on the boat with you. I thought that was pretty awesome.
Yeah, for sure, man. She loves that kind of shit. She a lot of the stuff, she's gone to Warhammer events or whatever. She's like, I didn't know this stuff existed or whatever. So she's very open-minded.
It's always a good thing.
With all the combined intelligence that we have, the Will Franks and the John Christensen's and the Joel Ivies, you figure we could tap into these these resources and put together a boat that wouldn't fall apart before the shoot. You know what I'm saying? If there's such a thing as dolphin pussy jelly out there.
Dolphin pussy jelly. Joel,
yeah.
Bring that. Throw some of that.
You should weld your boat together next year with dolphin pussy jelly.
I think that and banana boxes. That's what you need.
See, there's pretty with the wind. One of the good ideas right there, man. Shit.
Yeah. Next year I think we bring it.
Where are you at? Those ideas came a little late. I need mi tienda manteca, all my shit.
Yeah, you can name it what is it? What is it? The banana boat song with who was that? Was that? What? Who was the guy?
Jimmy Buffett.
What Jimmy? No, come Mr. Tallyman, tally me banana. Harry Belafonte? Was it Harry Belafonte?
He just died like yesterday or the day before.
No, not. Don't worry, be happy. Shit.
No, that was somebody. Did he do that one too? Okay, hang on. I've got to find out. Banana boat song.
Daylight coming, me one go.
It is Harry Belafonte. I'll be damned.
Goddamn right. See, I know my shits.
Josh knows his 50-0.
I know banana boxes, but I know banana boats. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think next year, Zach, we need to all put our heads together for a TFL boat.
Yeah. I need a. Man, the guys at Wine fucking Yacht Club,
fuck them.
Skinny rich white guys that have nothing else to do. But
you know what? They probably contracted the work to a bunch of nerds that did it, and they sure, bro. Yeah, hey, we hang at the Sizzler. We hang,
Yeah. They went down to Home Depot and hired some guys to put it together.
Yeah, go get some nerds. Put together a boat. Nerds. Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I've been doing. What about you, Josh? What are you painting over there? What are you?
Well,
aggressively dry brushing.
I've got a couple of Emperor's Children rhinos I'm working on right now. While I picked up some for my birthday. Jeff Long, Leon. I don't know if it's Long or Leon or how you pronounce it, but he's a good dude. And I played with him at a Adepticon, and we've been keeping in contact, man. He's like my Solar Ox. We go back and forth with Solar Ox ideas, So I mean, he downloaded the files for that Red Maker. I don't know if you guys seen this Red Maker for Solar Ox. I think it's Red Maker. They do have files for some of the units that you can't get, and the void armor guys look just beef house. And so he sent me for my birthday. He sent me 40 rotor cannon troops, right? And because I like to have like all the options, and I didn't have any rotor cannons, you know, not rotor hammers, rotor cannons. Anyway, so just for y'all guys going to Alamo, I'm gonna have me 40 rotor cannon guys traipsing through the ZM boards. That ought to be fucking fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna be everybody's favorite player, Josh.
Oh yeah. Hey man, it's the Ox, man. No one can hate on the Ox. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't fucking be like, oh, they're overpowered. Then you're just a bitch. You know what I'm saying? You're just dudes, man. Just dudes.
Dudes with rotor cannons.
Dudes with rotor cannons. 40 of them.
Yeah,
traipsing through the halls.
Jesus, all that sweet pinning.
That's a lot of pinning. Yeah. So I had to send in my list for Alamo, and so I was like, you know, and I tell you what, I wasn't going to go. Like, I mean, because like this past week I did the hot rod tour.
Josh, I know you can't hear it, but I did the air horn for you just then.
Because I said, I'll tell you what. How come? Did my brother hear it? Did you hear it, bro?
Yeah, I know. I'm in the base.
Okay.
Yeah.
See how much we progressed since. Wait till episode 3 drops.
Hey, Josh, hang on just a second. Because Garrett's in the chat. Garrett, can you hear the sound effects? I just want to make sure they're coming through. Because if they're not, I'm gonna go back and do more homework or go back to school or something.
This portion of the episode brought to you by Preparation H. When you're old and you have hemorrhoids.
All right. Let's see what Garrett says.
Garrett,
let us know.
He said coming through. Perfect. All right.
I'll tell you what. Yeah, so I'm so while these 40 rotor cannon guys are being primed as we speak, I'm dry brushing some Emperor's Children rhinos. I got me a command rhino here, and so.
What's your total body count for the Ox? No.
Right now, 200 and well, hold on. I have 150 rifles, nav rifles, and then I have another 150. Yeah, so I'm sitting around 300 troops for the Ox. Thanks to Jeff's 40, it puts me over the top of the Bellatar's wise.
Because I know, like the chat with the new militia rules was like, oh, well, you can take, you know, like 50 levies, and then you can take 3 squads for 1 troop choice. So people were like, I can take 900 troops.
That was me. I put that out there. Yeah, that was me. I was like,
you weren't the only one.
Oh, no shit. Okay.
Yeah.
See, good ideas, bro. Like, you know,
I guess. I guess.
Like, it's like the enemy cannot deep strike if there's nowhere to deep strike onto. Yeah, is that what he's like?
If they get demoralized, just quit as soon as you dump your bucket of Marines like a barrel of monkeys under.
Yeah, there is no place to land on planet Zeta. You know, the militia is everywhere.
So are you taking 3K of militia for Ox for Alamo?
Alamo, I'm taking the Ox. I'm taking the Ox because the militia. Zach's got half of it. I got half of it. Demon rules haven't dropped, so I don't know if we can like summon demons yet. In Harrison 1, you could summon demons with the militia, and just keep bringing them in. So it was a way to field a lot more troops than what we had. We had the Gorgons filled up. We had Malcadors on the table before Malcador started sucking.
Yeah.
We had artillery. We had beasts. We had chaos.
We had demon like spawns or whatever.
Chaos spawns. Yep.
Chaos spawns. We had thunderbolts.
Oh yeah. It was pretty righteous. Our militia was pretty. Oh, you know what else we had? Hold on.
I bet he's gonna get Linus, maybe.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what he's bringing back.
Zach may have all the Gorgons, but I have the Commander Linus,
Yeah.
large Linus.
Yeah.
Y'all can see.
Huge penis. Yeah.
Linus, the penis.
Yeah, don't kick us off, Zuckerberg. It's just a penis. Resin penis.
Yeah, I don't know who runs the YouTubes, so
yeah. Last cast we didn't last 8 hours apparently before we got to the booth.
Yeah.
So we all caught it live, I guess. Like, good on you.
Yeah. So that's how we ended up back on YouTube. But I think this is the better move anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're on YouTube. Yeah, tune into us on YouTube. You know. Fuck the police. fuck the police.
Hey, that's a nice shirt you got, Josh.
Oh yeah, you like this? Check this out. This is the World Leader shirt that was put out. Oh yeah.
Where did you get that shirt, Josh?
I got it. Fuck, I ordered it online. I'm sorry, I suck, man. Like fucking
the accountability buddies.
The accountability buddies. I know Duncan had a part in this. Duncan handmade a poster at the con.
Yeah, accountability buddies did the posters, and
What a great plug, Josh. Some guy.
It fits really good. Look, my titties look big. Oh yeah.
But Ned over at Ned to start that's 30K. Yeah. So hit him up and you can check out his podcast. He's got a lot of good info.
Hey, I'm representing those. So hey, Ned's a good dude. Ned just ordered a cup for me. So yeah, check him out over there. And you need all. There's a couple of T-shirts coming out, right? This is the first of like a series, I believe, right?
That's what I heard. So
I got it in oxblood, which is a choice color, right? Because everything I own is black, so I like dabbled. I put my toe in the color palette, and I was like, you know what, I would look good in oxblood. Plus, it's like black. Oxblood.
I think you got bad lighting. It looks black on my screen.
It's oxblood. Here.
I don't think you're right.
Oh yeah,
it does look kind of black.
It is oxblood. Is that like a brown?
It's like an oxblood. It's like a maroonish.
Like a deep dark maroon.
Yeah.
See, Garrett said some crazy echoing going on. Mm-hmm. What about now, Garrett? Do you hear any of that crazy echoing? All right, we'll see what he said.
And what about you, Pretty? You've been working on stuff?
Yeah, so
militia.
I started my new militia right now. Definitely not doing that. I got the Forge World Knight.
Ooh, look! I got special delivery.
What is that?
Bases, 25 millimeter bases. Look at that, all decorative. There's 40 of them in there.
All like homemade.
All homemade. Shit, yeah, man.
You're ruining the ruse, bro.
What? Hey, pick up one of them mechanical, those militia troops there, bro. Pick up one of them. Any of them.
I know, but nobody else. You don't like say that.
Hey, man, I'm crafty. Shit, man, this is a craft world, right? That's we're crafting.
Crafty McCraft face. Okay. Echo and gone.
All right. Looks like we're back in
business. Pretty and Zach sound good, but Josh was all fucked up. That's what Garrett Lowe said. But I guess it's good.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Pretty, go ahead. What are you up to?
I fiddled with the knobs. So I got the Knight Casteris, or the fuck that thing's called. I finally got all of that trimmed. There was, I don't know, about 15 bags of resin that I had to go through. So I got all that trimmed, finished that up this week so it can get bathed. It does have some pretty rough that mold remover on there.
Cool. What's
Um,
what's
Hi,
that? What's wrong?
Monica.
yeah, had a lot of that boulder movers. So I got to get that washed. That's the only Warhammer thing I got done. My other project is so I kind of felt like I was working on a Warhammer project. I got deep into cleaning something on the car and something that no one is ever going to see. But once I started, I was like, oh no, it's kind of like painting the inside of a Spartan. Once I started cleaning the area, I was like, oh crap, I got to get this
Who
like
does that?
100% clean.
You know, like who does that? Like, I mean, I
Well,
did it once, and I was like,
Perfectionist, anal
Well,
retentive.
you know, Josh, I have not painted the inside of a vehicle in a long time, but I took that gas tank out and I'm sitting there looking in that well and it's just black from 60 years of grime and shit. And I started cleaning. I was like, okay, I'll wipe it up a little bit before we put the new tank in. And I'm not kidding, like 3.5 hours later, I'm like, oh yeah, this has to be pristine before the new tank goes in there. Why? No one's ever going to see it. I mean, maybe somebody 60 years from now, they take the tank out again.
oh no, that's apples and oranges. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, a 62 Corvette, man, that's like a rarity. You know what I'm saying? Like the inside of a Spartan. You get a
Hey,
you get
Josh.
a primer in there.
Hey, Josh.
What?
There's a guy in the chat called Brother Pink, and he's got a tank army, and he wants to know your trick with the tank commander.
Okay.
Yeah, like I know he said they went over on Red for Isban, and I know that they did, but I know they're talking about your facings and your hull point allocations and stuff. With
Whole point allocation. You mean like
with your squadrons.
Okay. Okay. So, like, is he playing Ox? Is he an Ox player?
I just said a massive tank army. He doesn't specify.
Yeah, it kind of only works with the Ox. There is a way to do it with legions, but it basically
Legions don't suffer from ballistic skill 3. So, check it out. Like, to be fair, an Ox Solar Ox tank army. We have some of the best tanks in the game. I'm not gonna bullshit you. You know, front armor 14, it's hard to beat. You know, rear armor 10, it's done on purpose because front armor 14 is just a monster to deal with. But all my tanks in the Ox and militia now have a ballistic skill of 3. So if you're gonna run armored spearhead, you know, the command tank gets a bump up to a ballistic skill, an extra ballistic skill, but it also has a cognitive signal. So in an Ox army, if you're playing Ox, and I can only really tell you about being in an Ox army, the cognitive signal works if the tank opts not to shoot. So it confers a +1 ballistic skill to the rest of everyone in the squad. So for every squadron that you have, all the tanks have ballistic skill 3, but when you put in this command tank, it's now a ballistic skill 5 tank because of the rite of war or the cohort, you know, but you don't use it. It just fucking sits there, you know. It doesn't shoot. It just confers because it comes armed with a battle cannon, nothing more. Maybe if they give you options to run Gravis las cannons, another Vanquisher or something like that, it would be worth using. But for 220 points, I don't even give them flare shields anymore, which I could bump up the front armor to 15. But why? You know, because it's better alive not shooting than dead, and you know you just wasted 220 points to tank for another tank. You know.
Well, I know on Radio Free Islam they were talking about that the flare shielded guy, and you allocate wounds to the command tank.
Oh yeah. So here was the option. Like, I played both ways, but in the beginning, I was going to utilize the command tank as basically a tank for the rest of the squadron, you know. And then I realized that once it's gone and everything goes down to ballistic skill 3, you're not hitting and you're not destroying shit anymore. So it doesn't have, what is that rule where the character rule? It doesn't have the character rule. So once you take a wound on the command tank, you have to kill off the command tank. So which sucks. So even though it tanks a little better than everything else with the front armor 15 with a flare shield, you know, it's worth more alive than it is dead. So playing both ways, I have to keep the command tank alive in the back, and you know, he's the last one to go usually. And if everything else dies, then he starts firing his battle cannon because he doesn't give a shit. But it's a 3-inch blast with an 8.4 weapon, and it sucks balls. So, next question.
I think he totally circumvented his question. It's okay.
What did he want to know?
He plays 40K, you know, Alec, or no, no, he plays Steel Legion.
Yeah,
Legion.
He's trying to get his buddy into Heresy, and his buddy has a massive tank army that he plays in or played in 40K. So that's what the kind of the basis of it started out as. So
here's my advice to you: sell it and go buy yourself some 30K models. I sold my flesh tears, and then I made the world eaters. So,
well, I mean, if he's got a Steel Legion, he's going to have the Women Russes and all that.
Yeah.
So
I got you. I didn't hear the Steel Legion. Okay. Yeah. But the bad thing about 40K is the tanks had sponsons in 40K. In 30K, you got to pop all those fucking sponsons off, man. And I feel your pain. I played Cadians. Steel Legion, man. That's some balls right there. But goddamn, it's got to be like a $5,000 army. Shit. Steel Legion.
yeah,
Damn.
back from 5th edition, that's going to be quite a bit.
Yeah, I think I got an erection just right now talking about Steel Legion. You know, it's not Deathcore or Krieg. Steel Legion was like OG. You know what I'm saying? That's all metal models, you know? Shit. Goddamn, I should have gone Steel Legion. But I was in Cadians, and then they put out plastic Cadians. So like all my metal Cadians look small and insignificant and wee. I think they're going to go militia. I mean, because I have all these like 2-man weapon teams for my, and they're not doing nothing.
Yeah, you could roll those into the militia with the
Yeah,
nuke.
because they're all small. They're like They're like 3/4 the size of a fucking Cadian now. Like, I don't know what is it? Castellan Ustar Creed, that motherfucker with the big microphone, and you know. Anyway.
No, Ox get sponsons, right? But
Nope.
militia are not getting
No sponsons.
Oh,
Oh, I thought they
Tanks
did.
don't have sponsors in 30K. Y'all didn't notice that, did y'all?
I seriously
what did you say?
thought they did. Huh.
No Lehman Russ sponsons, is that what you said?
No Lehman Russ sponsors in 30K.
Okay.
There are no sponsons in 30K Lehman Russes. Which, you know, for the longest time too, you couldn't fire your last cannon sponsons because they were primary weapons. You know, when they started changing that, I guess they did away with the sponsons. I don't know how 40K works because I haven't played 40K in a good minute, but
Well, there's about to be a new edition anyway, so who knows if it's even going to work the same again.
well, I'll tell you. Let me show you something. Hold on.
Let me see what I got in the back. Like, in the back.
Okay, so I have a favorite tank of all time. Like, it was an Imperial Guard tank, right? And it's even got like Forge World decals, you know, like the check marks and everything like that. If you look on the sides, it says for the Emperor on the barrel. I mean, it had all the like decals, you know, kill
It's got that
mark.
big old gun on it.
It's got the Vanquisher cannon on there.
Big old
Has the
Vanquisher.
dual tracks like the King Russ with the double track, right? And it's got sponsons on it on both sides, right? And I would love to play this tank at 30K, repaint it and repurpose it. But look at this. You know, that's a
You don't want to repaint that.
yeah. I mean, that's like the skeleton, like from straight on the skull with the winged skull looks fucking titties, right? So I would have to break off like the sponson and repaint the skull, but like that was like, oh my god, so good. This is like Imperial Guard tank. Had the tank commander with the sword, like you know, with the high collar and everything, with the bolter. Like, I mean, just this was my favorite tank. Hunter killer missile, last cannon sponsor. They even had the Earthshaker platform in the back. to carry parts or whatever. This is my favorite tank, man, but no sponsors in 30K. So 40K it stays, Shit.
Yeah, this is a sick tank.
It even had number 13, my lucky number 13 tank. Look at that. God damn, I tell you what.
Oh, he hit it.
So Brother Pink has a follow-up question.
Yeah.
What's a good Lord of War for Solar Ox that you would suggest?
Cabana.
That's what I was thinking.
Cabana, I tell you what.
Everybody be slipping in cabanas a bit.
Yeah.
So many commandos.
Yeah, that's gonna be like the whenever you get to call the
Brother P. Is that what we're talking to, Brother P? P, let me tell you what. Here's the thing. If you want a Lord of War, you are the Ox. We get our ass kicked. We don't get a Primarch. We don't get named characters. We don't get shit. Throw the fucking Warhound out there. I did. I had no problem with it. Yeah. People are, it's overpowered. Shut the fuck up. Me and Ferris, man, is running across the board with a swinging his big dick hammer. Hey,
you gotta knock Ferris, man. Ferris don't get no love. You don't get played most of the time.
But yeah, definitely throw the Warhound out there. Nobody cares. And the Baneblade, that's full of suck. You know what I'm saying? So if you want a Lord of War, go big or go home.
You would take the Warhound over Kabanda?
I don't know, man. I haven't played with Kabanda, but I got me some Kabanda nuts right here. Check him out. Oh, I think this is what I kicked off a fucking. Oh, so good.
I don't think that's why we got kicked off.
I think it was Zach's balls.
What's so bad about saying the word balls? Like,
I don't know.
That's the worst word you hear in a day. You're
because some people have them, but then they say they don't have them, but then they want them.
Oh, is that what you're making it?
Yeah, I'm going straight there.
All right.
I give zero fucks.
So, Brother Pink with another question.
Okay.
Can Ox summon a demon? So the cool thing is with Kabanda, you take him as a Lord of War choice, so you're not having to summon him per se. If that's why you're asking that.
Demon rules haven't come out yet. I mean, officially. But I play Trader Ox, and you can't take any fucking assassins because it's like they totally fucked us on like name tags. You can't take Avis Joven. You can't take any of the Vindicare or any of the assassins. You get an exoterrorist, which is supposed to be able to summon demons. So fuck the Alliance, and fuck the Imperial Fists. I say that wholeheartedly.
What does that even?
Yeah, tell us how you really feel for no reason. Just shots fired again.
Well, honestly, Brother P is a trader player if he's asking about demons, because yeah. So I'm down. Do it to it, man. It's lonely on this side of the fence, but someone's got to hold it down.
Garrett Lowe asks, is Kabanda a Lord of War for any trader army? Is that just how it works?
Yeah. Lord of War is pretty much like they're a separate detachment.
Yep.
Now in 30K they're a separate detachment, so you can take them any Lord of War as long as it fits, of course, with your alliance. You can squeeze that into your army as long as all the other restrictions are there. But yeah, you can put any Lord of War tank, any Titan or whatever, as long as it fits in the restrictions. So any trader army can throw a Cabana in there, unless there's some kind of weird restriction within their own army rules.
Yeah. Yeah, it makes it it's a nice little way to offer that, because it gives you a lot more options, I think, from a Lord of War standpoint. Like for Mechanicum, we have knights natively for Lord of War, but beyond that, if you wanted something else, you'd have to go into the route.
Yeah, speaking of which, with the militia rules, like the Baneblade, like Militia Baneblade got love or whatever.
Yeah.
But,
fuck yeah.
But that's militia specific. Like all the other legions still got to go by. What is
you gotta pay 750 points for a Beyblade that sucks balls.
Yeah,
because it dropped it to what, 350, 400?
It was like 400, I think.
Yeah. Which it needed to happen.
Yeah, well, there's so many fucking Baneblades out there. It's like the most popular. It's like the The core model super heavy, you know, that everybody probably has one, you know, or that's the one that they get first.
You know what, though? I'm going to take you back. I'm going to take you back to Armor Cast days.
Yeah. Sorry, I was a little slow on the button there, but I got
it.
it.
You remember Armor Cast when you get this big chunk of resin that you found it on eBay because somebody put
bad. The Eldar Night Titan, those like one piece. Like this.
Yeah, we would type in dark angles. And we would pick up armies that people didn't know how to spell angels, right? So we'd get like
people didn't know how to spell dark angels.
Look, bro, I found it. It's dark angles.
Give me the angles.
On some of these blood angles, like I had a blood angles army, and my brother had a dark angles army, and we got those off of eBay real cheap back in the day.
Thank God for stupid people. Some of the stupid don't understand.
Get some of these angles, bro. What are you playing today? Dark angles? Yeah.
So who's all going to Alamo?
I'm going to Alamo.
Monty.
I'm going to play in the basement of the Alamo.
Monty's going. Josh is going. Derek? No, I don't think Derek's going.
I thought Derek was going for one day. I think
Tyler. I think Tyler's going.
Yeah, Tyler's going.
Tyler's going. You know what sucks is we can't remember what purple you used.
I don't know if any of the legacy guys, like the regulars over there, are going. I know Cody had said he wasn't going, but then I saw something that said he was going, so I don't know.
Well, I asked, I was like, is Cody going? And Marty said he ain't staying at the house. I said, good. Then all right, we're on, because I was like, deal breaker. I don't play against that motherfucker. Anyway.
It's so sad that you let him affect your whole trips and stuff like that.
It just, I'll tell you what, it's like, it's like playing, like, okay, if you went to a 30K match and you started playing with a 40K player, that's what it's like playing with Cody McGarity, you know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah, but you're like, oh, if he's going, then I'm just going to change my whole weekend because of that guy.
I wasn't committed at all. The only reason I fucking went was because Monty was like, you can come show these boys how to play fucking Solar Rocks. I'm like, bet. Yeah.
Is that what you said? Bet.
I was
you say bet?
I said bet. Like I've adapted that word from this generation of fucking. Oh God. Bet.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe no. Maybe don't use that word.
Bet.
Yeah, I don't think you're using it properly.
Yeah. I don't think that word.
You keep using that word.
Yeah.
But that's cool. Yeah, Alamo GT, that's next weekend, right?
Yeah, it's coming up next weekend.
Yeah, so even though that's kind of almost close to my hometown or where I'm staying, I have my kids. I'm not going to be able to play, but I'm going to try to swing by and hang out, see how you guys are doing. But I'm also doing a thing too. I'm not gonna drink for May.
What?
Yeah,
are you serious?
I'm not drinking alcohol in May.
What? You lose a bet?
What?
You make a promise to your woman or something?
No, it's just something I just want to see if I can do.
Like not drinking at all?
Me trying to discover, am I an alcoholic or am I?
You know what's weird? Like Ma came back from your house with a bottle of Smirnoff, like it was like gone, like it was like this much left in it. I was like, Ma, is this you? Oh no, it's your brother. I was like, oh, okay.
Bullshit.
I don't know, man. Like I was like, damn, Mom. I called her out.
72 years old, man. Cut her some slack. She can't drink some vodka or what?
Like it was the whole fucking bottle. There was this much left in it. I was like, damn, Mom, hitting the sauce.
Hey, she's having a good time.
Yeah,
man. She's retired. She's got no.
I didn't know Mom hit the juice like that.
Yeah, she does. She tells me too. She's like, hey, make me a drink.
Damn.
All right.
You like the Cabana boy? Garcon.
No, not like a Cabana boy.
Yeah, that sounds like it.
Well, let's talk a little bit about Warhammer Fest. There was a lot of stuff that came out today, and I'm going to see if I can add this picture up on the screen here.
Hey, before we go into that, can I ask y'all something real quick?
Yeah.
Hey, like I've been thinking since I have all this equipment over here that I've been trying to fiddle with, I think I'm gonna do like a painting hour, painting with Josh. But like, it's like low grade painting. You know what I'm saying? Because like, I mean, I'm not saying my stuff looks bad. It's just like a kind of like a hey, you want to paint some fucking shit at speed, but you want it to look good, but not like super good. But like, you know, not like hey, I took like 8 hours to paint this one miniature. You know what I mean? Like I'm thinking about doing like a quick painting tutorial to get you on the tabletop. Like, oh man, I got a week to paint 40 dudes before Alamo. You know what I'm saying? What do I do? And knock them out in like 2 hours. You know what I'm saying? Like fucking, you know, tabletop. You know whatchamacallit. You know, so you know you could be like, oh, you know, fuck, man, I want to take these new squads, but Adepticon's like next week. What am I going to do? You know, because everyone's painting shit right before Adepticon. You know?
Yeah, I think you're very you excel in the crunch. You know, like super line painting, like batch painting.
Batch painting,
you know, that's where you shine. Like, dude, look at all these sprues of militia. Like you have a militia and an ox army. Like what kind of masochist are you?
Right?
Yeah. You have people like whipping you at the same time, like, oh God, I love it. Yes, sir. Please
my fingers hurt.
Your back's gonna hurt.
Now your back's gonna hurt, Grandma.
Yeah, but I mean, really, that is your strong suit. But I mean, the shit looks good. You get compliments on your shit. I've seen it, and I have no idea. Like, I would love to see that kind of shit because it looks really good. Yeah, fucking yeah. I think you should definitely do that. I think people would be interested in that, especially the intro guys or the guys that
they're coming in like trying to paint. Yeah,
that are coming in, but they want to hurry. You know, everybody wants to hurry up and play. You know, I want to play, but you know, 30K. Yeah, it's kind of elitist. You know, there's paying requirements for everything. I think that's how it is. If you want to get in, you got to pay the toll. You want the boys' toll, you got to pay the toll.
Pay the troll's toll.
Yeah. In the crunch, brother, fix it. In the crunch, or maybe you know, sprue table, you know, or something. Like,
So, I mean, I think I'm gonna host a painting hour with Josh C. Like, you know, just for how many miniatures I can put out in speed and still have a good quality tabletop.
Yeah.
You know?
No, I think it's a good idea. And I think the other thing is, you know, Zach's spot on. I think the other thing is you're approachable and you're good, like talking to people. You can talk to anybody. And I think that's a key. Like if you're going to be talking someone through painting something, just being able to have that conversational tone, if you will.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Pretty. It means a lot.
No,
you know,
welcome.
I mean, you're definitely more well spoken than the both of us. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, that means a lot. You know, I mean, I'm not very politically correct, or you know, but I think I'm gonna try it out, fellas. I think I'm gonna try it out.
I think you should, man.
With your hover cam.
Yeah, my hover cam, so they can see what I'm doing, and the microphone, my Blue Yeti microphone over here. Yeah, so I'm pretty set up. I got my son came over and he showed me all these programs like these. Was it OSB?
OBS.
OBS, that's what it is. Yeah,
is that like plywood?
What?
Yeah, he's gonna use it to show people how to paint, and then he's gonna build a house with it.
Yeah, and a clubhouse. You know, what are you building clubhouses? Yeah.
Yeah. No, OBS is once you figure it out, it's like it's not bad to use. Like there's like a little learning hump that you got to get over.
But I was talking about Josh after eating Chipotle. He gets the OBS.
I get
the overflowing bowel syndrome.
I do on occasion. Shit, I lived in a Pretty was like, my stomach. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make it to the. And I was like, this is another Tuesday for me, buddy. Shit. Yeah.
So Josh, when you do this, are you going to do it like to where you can watch it later, like put it on YouTube, like have a channel?
No, I'm gonna
Or
do
do you
just like
have
we're
to
doing
be,
now.
or do you have to be there live?
No, it's gonna like upload to YouTube. Like I got the setup where it uploads to YouTube, and that way you can go back and check it out or watch it at your
You're going to
left.
put it on the TFL channel?
Yeah, I'm gonna put it on TFL channel. I got all the login and everything like that,
Cool.
and that way I can just log in and talk to people for about. I'm trying to limit myself to an hour at first. I don't want to get people on board and drone on or.
I think an hour and a half is probably a good sweet spot.
That's a sweet spot, man.
Yeah, that way, hey, I got a 30-minute commute to work. I can watch half of it on the way there and half of it on the way back. Whatever. But that way.
Don't watch YouTube and drive.
Yeah. Don't do that.
Yeah. And if you die doing it, it's not my fault. I didn't tell you. Well,
Make sure you have a disclaimer right up front.
Right.
Do not operate heavy machinery and listen to or watch my YouTube channel.
Right. That's definitely a big no.
Oh, cool. Well, so when can we look forward to this? Coming up soon?
I mean, I wanted to make sure the TFL Forgotten Legion had its day, and now that we're doing Sunday, I'll probably opt for like a day during the week. So now that we're established, I wanted to get a couple of it would have been sooner, but last week we didn't show up, so I want to make sure that we're going to like commit to like a Sunday and not be like, hey, can you all tune in on Thursday? And I'd be like, fuck, I'm doing my 1 hour thing, because I'm going to try to be consistent and make like designate a day to do it and whatnot. I don't know if I can. I wouldn't mind having like I guess someone to bounce stuff off. I've never talked to myself for an hour. You know what I'm saying?
So maybe just an idea. I'll throw it out here. Maybe there's a lot of really great painters, like just in our friend circle, right?
Yeah.
George, he's come on TFL before. Maybe tap one of those guys to pop in. Yeah, if not every week.
Yeah.
Yeah, just kind of come in and kind of back you up, and
it'd be like, tell me how shitty my paint looks. Like, don't listen to this motherfucker. Yeah. Well, I'd never do that. No. I mean, like I said, to get out 100 miniatures, like how many miniatures did I paint before that Demicon, bro? It was fucking nutbaggy, right?
Yeah. It was a lot. It was a good, like 160 dudes or something at least, if not more. Let's see, I've got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, a 6 by 10. So each of these has 60 dudes in it. Yeah.
Not to mention the demons I have. I like fucking demons, fucking hate Miracle demons.
Oh, dude, I've got Malcadors too.
Yeah, I told you had some of my Malcadors. Yeah, I think I only have like 3 Malcadors over here.
I didn't know that was the bottom one. So yeah, I probably got 150 dudes here.
Yeah, and they were all like the Forge World militia too. Like they had orange jumpsuits and breather masks.
Orange pant, like the penal colony.
The penal colony. Did we run penal list, bro? Or
yeah, a lot of those Necromunda dudes were penal colonists.
Yeah.
Penal.
Well, Large Linus looks like somebody that would run a penal legion.
Yeah, he's armed with a tainted weapon, and that's it. He don't even have pants. He will inject you with his poisons.
Yeah. So let's let's go back into what you're saying. Talk about the Warhammer Fest this weekend.
Yeah, lots of shit came out.
Yeah. Yeah, like real quick after the militia, like people had a week to digest the militia and before they lost their erections, they hit them with the Warhammer Fest and
yeah, I think the biggest thing to come out is they gave us a roadmap, which you guys can see on your screen. Those of you viewing from home, of what to expect over the next year. Which so a couple of things on there. Yeah, a couple of things on there kind of surprised me. I was not expecting. So the Primarch was one of them. Who do we think that is? Which Primarch?
Yeah, let's make our predictions. What Primarch
predictions?
Well,
You
Well,
want
like,
to
but
hear mine?
Primark isn't out, and someone told me Khan on the bike. I think it was Monty.
That's my prediction is Khan on the bike because he's
Do
got
do
rules.
we have a Khan model? Is there
Yeah.
a Primark Khan
Yeah,
model?
yeah. There's a con.
But he doesn't have a bike, and so if you want to run him on his bike, there's no way to represent that unless you've gone through and kit bash something up.
Yeah.
They're probably gonna do Dorn.
Or, God, I hope not.
Well, like Dorn's got such like just a stoic, like everyone's got an action pose, and then there's Dorn.
He's gonna be working on a
which
spreadsheet.
is synonymous to freaking Dorn. Like, and every Imperial Fist player out there.
Yeah, but I mean,
man.
like
Every
the Fists
Imperial
and
Fist
the
player.
Fists and the Sons are getting so much love, like all the love.
Yeah, it's like every Imperial Fist player out there does it missionary in the dark with their wife on a Thursday at 7:30 p.m. You know what I'm saying? That's it. For exactly 3.7 minutes, and then they get up and they take a shower, both of them, and go and then they get into they get into each of their beds because they have that like Brady Bunch thing going on. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
1950s. Each one sleeps in their own bed.
Yeah, that's exactly the way I see every Imperial Fist player out there.
Yeah, so I think we're probably looking at Khan on a bike. Garrett says Snake Fulgrim. That could be it. Could be Fulgrim Ascendant.
Bitch titties Fulgrim. Yeah, like fucking snake titties.
Yeah, I definitely could. That could be an option. And I think they had said previously that they're going to be doing all the Ascended Primarchs. So
okay, like
would make sense.
Is Ascended Primarch meaning that they ascended to demonhood?
Yeah.
Is that what so like Horus looks the same? Like, I mean, I don't get it, right? Like, I mean, they should have given him like a third arm coming out of his butt or something. I don't know.
Well, you've seen it. You've seen his Ascended model, right?
He's just bigger, right? It's just like
if you read him in the novels, that's how they describe him. Is he's like swollen with the power, so he's not like having a third eye or something.
Would you say he's engorged? Pretty.
He is engorged. Yeah.
with the power, engorged with the power. All right.
He's like retaining water. Are you?
So you put him on some diuretics.
What's up with those cankles?
Hey, sir, are you feeling okay? You look a little engorged.
But yeah, that's so. Think of Fulgrim, who turned into a demon. So I think that's possible.
Look at John. What are you doing?
I'm shaking up my pot.
Yeah.
Paint pot. My iron breaker was a little dry. Hey, are y'all still using Games Workshop paints, or like am I like the
I've
last
got some, but they're all most of them are real shitty. Like I gotta shake them up a lot.
Okay, like
yeah, I've still got some I bought probably in the last 6 months. But yeah, you're right. You've got to shake them up. And I've went back and I've had some in a box that's I probably haven't touched in 2 or 3 years, and it's mixed results trying to use those. A bunch of them I just went and threw out. I don't have one of those fancy Vortex mixers, so
there's a mixer.
Yeah, Vortex. It's like a lab mixer. I don't think it's technically a paint mixer, but a lot of people
More
use
like
those.
It like spins the paints to.
No, it's got it shakes them real fast. So just imagine if your hand could go super
Okay.
Oh yeah, are you setting me up pretty? Because like
Dude, that was a softball, man. I lobbed it towards
like,
you.
You got a lot of. Like, I was like, does he want me to say something? Because I like immediately my mind went to yeah, but simultaneously my hand is moving pretty fast over here.
Yeah, I just assumed you would take the pitch on that
Take
one.
the reins.
Yeah.
It's like set and spike.
All right. The other thing that was surprising, the Mystery Army release for winter.
Yeah, like do you think we'll ever see a second and like the 2nd and 11th Legion?
Nah, I think it's Dark Mechanicum.
You think it's Dark Mechanicum?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna put my money on that. Bet.
It's not the
Josh,
Demon Army.
bet.
It's not bet. Yeah.
Bet.
Bet.
Did I use it right?
Bet.
Okay, I tried.
No, you got. It's like an agreement, an agreement. Like you say,
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dark Mechanicum has been talked
Like if I
about.
said, "Yo, pretty," when Dark Mechanicum drops, you gonna get in on that?
Bet.
Yeah. There you go.
All right.
Yeah. Is that Caleb Decima?
I don't. What else
Yeah,
could we see
so-
though? I don't. I mean,
So the Vindicator siege tank, like, isn't there already a plastic Vindicator?
Yeah, another plastic Vindicator.
no, I don't think so.
They don't make the
Yeah, it had that one with the big dozer blade or whatever, and the Vindicator. What? Isn't that right?
Yeah. They have a
Oh,
big
so
thing
okay.
that stuck out the front of the dozer blade.
This is, yeah. It's not the laser destroyer. Is there a difference? What are we talking about here?
The Vindicator's the one that had the little snub nosed demolisher cannon on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they had a plastic one, right? With the big dozer blade.
I thought so.
Yeah, I thought so
Like
too.
some of that stuff didn't make sense to me. Like I'm like, what? They're re-releasing it? Like I was so confused.
Well, so a lot of what they're doing is redesigning it. So maybe it's a redesigned kit, easier to put together.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
you can.
I mean that's cool. I like that. There's probably a lot of, with the release of the Cerberus and the Typhon, which I made the Typhon Cerberus transformer before it was easy to do with plastic.
Yeah, you did it before it was cool.
Yeah, no big deal.
No big deal.
Needs to touch me.
No, bro.
But yeah, but now it seems like they're just almost like it's made for that. You should just be able to buy the actual.
Wonder if, like they took your shit and they were like, "Oh, that's a good idea."
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, same body, same hole. Might as well. But I mean, the it seems to be a lot. The construction and the pieces being able to fit together
Took away their super heavy status though, bro. God, man, it hurts so bad. Like
what?
For what?
Took away the Cerberus and the Typhon.
Cerberus and the Typhon.
It's like they're just like
super
tanks
heavy.
now. They're not considered.
They could be one-shotted by
Yeah.
Well,
that sucks. Like that's yeah. Oof.
What do y'all think about the plastic Night Lancer?
I could take it or leave it.
Yeah, I never really. I mean, I own a couple of. I own a.
I have Knights in boxes that haven't even been.
I own a Lancer and a Acheron, and I've never used them.
Gotcha.
I've used my Profiron, but that's like the only Knight I've ever really used.
But you've used them in like apocalypse matches, right?
No, I've never used them. I've never used my Lancer or my
Profiron. The Profiron you use them.
That's the only one I've used, yes.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
In apocalypse matches, right? It's not like you used it on the tabletop as a Lord of War.
I've used it.
Oh, you have?
Yeah, I've used it in some bigger games. Like
I got you.
bigger, yeah. But,
Yeah, I think it's neat. I've bought.
Well, you're a Mechanicum player also, pretty, So
Yeah, so
like it kind of goes with your, just dropping in a knight or having a knight army. I always looked at, like, God, man, okay, so all my infantry is useless against the knight army. You know what I'm saying? So, but like you can't secure objectives with a knight, right? It doesn't have line. So
the little baby knights,
yeah, the
armigers, yeah, that's what you would have to depend on.
I gotcha.
Yeah, you have to take 2 armigers for every knight, so those are going to be your ground line troops.
Yeah, the Knight Army never really did anything for me, or doesn't do anything for me. But from a Lord of War standpoint,
fighting against it would be disheartening. You know what I'm saying? Like, not like if it's like fighting a Tyranid army that's all flyers. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I've done that before.
Yeah, I know you have. I know I have. And it sucks because you just sit there and just like, why did I even put my models on the field because they can't I can't fuck with any of that
Yeah.
shit.
I'm curious how the Forge World Knights actually went together pretty well. So I'm curious what kind of improvements we'll see with the plastic version as far as ease of build. But I'll probably pick one up. Like I said, I've got 2 Knights currently for the Mechanicum, so to give me another option.
Like they started getting crazy with the Knights. They started like releasing like way too many Knights, though. You know what I'm saying? Like remember they had the big 3. It was the Castigator, the Archeron, and the
Lancer.
The Lancer.
Yeah.
Right. And then of course you had your generic ones that you got from Games Workshop, which had like, the battle cannon or the Milta, and you could make 1 or 2 Knights, right?
Yeah.
And then they released like the kit that you can make 7 different Knights out of. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that
and then they released
Canis Rex kit, I think.
Yeah, and then the Questoris Knights, they released those, and it just got stupid. Like it got too much, Like I was like,
that was all to support like actual knight armies.
Yeah,
like people that were wanting to do knight armies for 40K and even 30K, but mainly 40K.
Yeah, I mean, and it just got to be like to the point where you'd be like, okay, like what does this one do now? Like it's one thing to know your enemy, but like it gets to the point where it's like, fuck for real. Like what does this one do? This one butt fucks me and it like rapes my mom simultaneously. Like what? Like I don't know. Yeah,
you have to pay extra for that.
Yeah, you got to pay extra for that.
That's resin upgrades.
That was the first game that I played. Like whenever I bought into Crossroads, I was like, hey, I should probably get back into Warhammer. And Monty was like, yeah, you come in, man, I'll play you. And I was like, I spent a long time, started looking at stuff, built this nice like I don't know, I was like 1,000 or 1,250 or something like that list, just to ease myself back into it. I thought I made a good balanced list with a demon prince and all this other shit, and like I made this army. He's like, I was like, all right, I got all my guys. Like, where you are? He's like, I'm good. And I started setting up, and then he's like, plops down 3 knights, and I'm like, fucker though. I didn't even seen him. Like that was my reintroduction back to the game before I even played like 30K or whatever it was. Like,
yeah.
I was like, what the fuck? How am I supposed to? I don't know. I got my ass stomped, like literally stomped.
Yep. It will stomp you in the face.
Yeah. So I mean, but now every time I face that shit, I see it as a challenge. Like I said, it's even better if you can beat them.
Yeah.
Like nobody, if nobody's really expecting anything, if you lose to something that looks overpowered or whatever, then that's just the breaks. But if you whoop the shit out of them, then it's more.
I played against the Night Army. I played against the Night Army once with my Stormlord Death Star. It's the one that had all the freaking servitors in it with haywire fucking grenade launchers.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah, and I fucking like shoot. I'm like, yeah, fuck your knights.
What's that tool you're using there, bro?
My bitch made Bedlam. Yeah, it's yeah. I had to get this Balthazar Gold is a little crusty, so I had to get in there nice and deep light.
Yeah, get in there, work it around a little bit.
What kind of golds do y'all use? Are y'all more of a retributor or are y'all a Balthazar?
So
I mean, Balthazar Gold is more like a bronzy.
Yeah.
I like to do that for like coils and mechanical shit. I don't use Retributor that much, honestly.
Yeah, I normally lean towards the more brassy look, but that's just because it works so well with the Mechanicum stuff. Yeah. Daleo's got a couple of really nice brass colors that I go back and forth on. Some brassy bronzes, things like that.
Colonel Brassy. Yeah, I use the Balthazar as the base gold. It's
So what else will happen in Warhammer Fest? I mean, I know that they announced, like Brother Pink's talking about it. Epic was announced.
They got teased. Yeah, they didn't come out and say it specifically, but it's got to be it.
I don't know. I missed the watch party. I was busy that day, floating in the river or whatever, and I didn't catch it. And
Yeah,
then
they had
you know that they showed the two models for the old world.
Yeah, they showed the Bretonian,
Bretonian and
Paladin,
and the Tomb King.
yes.
Tomb Kings of Kamari.
So I mean, that's
So are
kind
they
of
releasing
cool.
old world shit? Are they coming back with like the old stuff, like Skavens?
Yeah,
and stuff?
they're reversing the timeline a few hundred years and redoing their old, coming back to the old world. So square bases, the whole 9 yards.
No shit.
Yep. I don't know when it's coming out though. I'm assuming later this year, but I don't think they said.
Hey, you remember getting your ass pushed in, your shit pushed in by the Green Knight, bro? Like back in the day.
Actually, it was not bad. My dark elves were not bad with my repeated crossbows and the fucking wizard bitch.
The Snow Army? Oh yeah, fucking tits.
Yeah. So I would paint one guy because it took me so long, not like Josh's batch painting skills or whatever. I would paint one guy and then they would lead the rest of the tray of 20 dudes. Like all these witches supposed to look like that witch right there.
Primer white. Primer white.
Yeah. Yeah, they were all white primer. Like we were terrible, or I was terrible.
Yeah, I would take Skaven, like Zound Skaven.
Yeah,
how many colors do you need?
Skaven,
Two.
Chaos Knife.
I need Vermin Brown and Beast Bone for the teeth.
Did you play Warhammer the fantasy?
No, that was before my time getting into the hobby, so I missed out on it.
Oh yeah.
So
I played Dark Elves. Josh played Skaven and Chaos Knights or Chaos Warriors or whatever.
Chaos Warriors, yeah.
And Demons.
Yeah, yeah. You weren't shit if you didn't have a Chaos Knight army.
Yeah, we played on a pool table in our garage all the time or whatever.
Oh, nice.
We had a buddy that had dwarves and another buddy that played Dogs of War.
Dogs of War. Yeah. They had some great names too. It was the Beasts of Albion, the Giants of Albion, and like it was like Brim Pots, Halflings,
Halfling Snipers.
Yeah. Rattling Snipers was 40K, but like
was 40K.
They had like one guy had a pot and he was wearing it on his head and he carried around a frying pan or some shit. Yeah, Bergman's something I can't remember.
He had like Destroyer Squad or whatever.
Yeah.
Gotrek and Felix are in there.
Gotrek and Felix, man, those are great novels, man. I miss old Gotrek and Felix. Yeah. So what are y'all working on? Are y'all working on anything? I'm building these fucking rhinos over here.
Yeah, I'm not doing shit.
Yeah, I'm holding a dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually pulled out all my Empire dudes. I have some Empire guys that I was going to play AOS, and so whenever they said Old World, whenever they found this release date, I need to get my guys all converted over and probably redo them.
It kind of surprised me, man. Empire, man. I can't believe you have Empire, bro.
Yeah, I got stuff thinking I was going to play AOS, and I built most of it, and then they stopped playing locally, so it just kind of stopped there. I picked up Soulblight Vampires.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, the models are cool as shit, like the vampiric knights on the horses, and there's a commander dude on an undead dragon.
Yeah, I started on a Vampire Counts back in the day. I wanted to play Vampire Counts. Yeah, the Lemian vampires. I actually have one tattooed on my arm right there. Look at that.
Oh, yeah?
Lemian, they came out right out of the book.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
so, I'll be curious to see when this book comes out, like what all options are going to be there. Because like I said, I've got all that stuff for a full army, so I don't know if it'll translate or not backwards. So we'll see.
Like so many models. Like I was talking to somebody the other day about playing orcs back in 40K, back in 6th edition, and like I was like, God, man, so many units that they don't have anymore. Like you had Tank Buster boys, and you had your Rocket boys, and you had Stick Bomber boys, and you had all kinds of boys, man. Ard boys, Evie boys, you know what I mean? Just oh man. And then they kind of simplified everything, so now you have this. Now it's a shooty army. Back then it was all close combat with the orcs. Well, I need to do detail work on the rhinos, but I'm gonna step out for a second. I'm gonna go get my boys that I have primer out there. I'll be right back.
All right. So what dreadnought do you think we're gonna get in plastic? What are we missing?
Well, is there a Daredevil? Like that? Wasn't there a picture of it?
Was it okay? I didn't watch.
There was a picture of it on that. It's like a bunch of Mark III dudes in front of a Land Raider, and there's a Daredevil in the background.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, so that'd be the one we're missing. So that should close out the dreadnoughts.
Yeah.
And Mark III armor, which would be nice. See what they put out for that. I'm curious if they're going to upscale it a little bit to match with the Mark VI.
Well, I mean, what's wrong with the old Mark III armor?
I think there's just a tiny. Honestly, nothing's wrong with it. I don't think anything's wrong with it, but I think there's a tiny size difference.
It doesn't mesh well with the weapons over time.
Well, there's that also. I would imagine if they're going to update the armors, that they'll update them so they can use those Mark VI weapon boxes. I would think, unless they're going to release a whole like Mark III weapon boxes and all that, which I hope is not the case.
So I mean, the assault marines are good. Like that's a definite plus, right?
Oh yeah, assault marines. I saw a picture, and it wasn't a model picture. It was in some of the artwork they showed that had a breacher. So I'm assuming we'll see breachers or breacher upgrade kits.
Yeah, breachers would be a really good move, I think, for that.
Yeah, so I think that's definitely. They've got Legion Command Squad, so I guess maybe they're going to update into plastic the command squads from Forge maybe.
Yeah, command squads would definitely be needed. Just throw in a couple of dudes, or a guy with standard.
The standard bearer guy definitely needs to come out.
Yeah, I mean, just the fact that you can do it as a herald, or having that ability to throw in more. Like, there's not a plastic standard that I know of, right? And they get line, right?
Yeah. I think that would be good. That's something that could be useful in a lot of different scenarios. So, is there anything that you guys did not see that you're like, oh man, we really were expecting this, or I was wanting this, and it just wasn't talked about?
Josh is gonna say the ox don't really love, nobody likes the ox.
Yeah, I already know. Oh, Josh stepped away again. Yeah, I kind of figured he was gonna say that. I don't know. I was really happy overall with the release schedule and what they teased.
Yeah, I think they're on a very good pace. With these releases, people are wanting the troops or whatever, which is fine. Of course, like a lot of the things don't affect. We have a biased opinion. Our stuff is very biased because we have a leg up already with base for our army. So of course, we're always going to say well, why don't you come up with some Mechanicum models, or our Dark Mechanicum or whatever, when there's people that are out there still getting their start and they don't have breachers, or they don't have, and they can't even get the stuff from Forge World, so it's they're talking base troops. Everybody, I think the assault marines is definitely huge because with having troop choices, There's a lot of armies that are based around assault troops, that are, with Night Lords and Blood Angels and Raven Guard, like that's going to be real big. Have a base model that they can start building their forces
Yeah.
with.
No, I agree, and I think there's a lot of times I don't stop and think of it from that standpoint because
Yeah.
while I might be playing Mechanicum, I also know it's like, oh, if I wanted to make some Marines, I'll just go into the closet, into the bits boxes, and dig through 10 years worth of shit I've got in there.
Yep. Yeah.
And
So our opinions are biased because we're not like, why don't you come out with some? I don't even.
I think upgrade kits would be like even for like I was talking about like nothing for Ox, and there's not going to be anything for Ox or Militia. And Militia, they made a good point. They said, "Oh, use whatever Hivers, Gangers, Necromunda, Gorka Morkas. Use whatever the fuck you can find and convert your shit." Hey, that's cool. I get it. Militia's supposed to look like crap, but Ox is like a legit army. You know what I'm saying?
So do you think Ox needs to be released in plastic because they have literally a full line already?
Well, if they want, from Forge World they have the full line.
Right.
They have the same 20 dudes, but you're gonna have 200 of the same dudes, which is cool. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. Your Marines all look the fucking same either. But the thing is that give me a pack of arms, left arms, right arms, some with grenades, some with swords, some with lances. With a Solar Ox Void Armor arm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That way your army looks correct. It's not like you got one big ganger arm attached to doesn't match the other arm.
That's not sexy though.
Take my strong hand.
You take my strong hand, but like
that's not sexy. You're supposed to like put a plastic arm on a resin dude.
Hey, give me some. It's going to be painted anyway. Just
like
give me an upgrade kit.
From a marketing standpoint, that doesn't work. You're gonna come out with arms and no torsos.
I mean, like okay. I mean, if you have an option to take a Chernobyl saber, then fucking give me a Chernobyl saber. You know what I'm saying? I mean, okay, like for example, like there's not a rotor cannon model, so I got 3D printed models from a company. They're the ones losing money. Fuck
yeah, but you're adding on to dudes that you already have. I mean, you're like think about it from a marketing standpoint. Like, if there's no Ox models, and people aren't getting these Ox models, how are you going to sell upgrade kits for Ox models?
There are Ox models. There's Forge World Ox models. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can buy a 20-man squad of dudes on Forge World. For las rifles, and then you got to trim the las rifles off and glue on a plastic rifle anyway from a Space Marine kit. Like all my plasma guys have Space Marine plasma guns, which, hey, cool, it works. No one's going to contest me because at least they have WYSIWYG freaking weapons, So, I mean, but, that's the thing that needs to happen is like heads. Give me different heads, you know what I'm saying? Or if you're in Void Armor, change the helmets, and that way someone can have a unique army, you know what I'm saying? Still in Void Armor, but guys with like bubble heads.
I can see that being possible with Ox. I really do. I think Militia, it would be impossible. I think that's why they just said kind of do your own thing with Militia.
And because there's so many Space Marine legions that you can just put out a generic Marine and be like, okay, painted aqua. Now it's Alpha Legion. Oh, painted purple. Now it's Emperor's Children. Like and they did it with the Imperial Guard. They probably lost money because they had Mordians, they had Cadians, Kasserkins, they had Talarn, they had Steel Legion, they had Death Corps Krieg. They had how many different Imperial Guard legions, and people played them back in Rogue Trader days. Then it was like, oh, Space Marines are kicking my butt because we're not smart enough to figure out how to tactics. So then they were like, oh, we'll do Xenos, and they just got too big for their britches. But now in 30K, I understand they have different, 40K and Tyranids coming out and Primaris Marines and all that 10th edition shit, but don't advertise it if you're not going to deliver it. You know what I'm saying? So, or at least give us something that we can, physically.
So maybe what if they did something that was if they took the Ox and just spitballing with the additional army, and they created a completely separate trader faction of the Ox.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Yes, this is the Ox, but because right now, I mean, you can run your Ox right now as trader, no doubt. But I mean, there's no, there's no
discerning factors.
Yeah.
It's all the same. It's all the same rules. For Ox, and you can run them with the same exact models as trader or loyalist, which is fine. But I mean, maybe
There's no
that's where
flavor
they
there.
can introduce some new models, but also make it like, okay, you can create a totally separate army, and there's a little bit of just a touch of the taint, or whatever.
Yeah.
You can touch
think-
my paint, bro.
Yeah.
Actually, I think that's a really good idea, and I think that would give you some of that uniqueness maybe that you're looking for as that player. Yeah, because you say, oh, if I'm trader, I can go this route and have these options. I mean, from a business standpoint, I mean, that's purely why they don't do upgrade arms, because, and I don't know the numbers of how many Ox players there are in the world. I have no clue, but I would bet money that there's a
It's like
fraction
8.
of,
It's like
maybe 9. It's a fraction of the Marine players, and so the Marines get 70% of the focus.
70 shit. How much Mechanicum's been coming out? None.
Mechanicum has a full line.
Yeah, in Forge World, yeah, but not from Games Workshop. Games Workshop haven't put out shit for Mechanicum.
Right, but again, thinking from a business standpoint, if I'm
but Space Marines are more like 90% of everything coming out.
Coming out now, yes. But when you look at it from a player standpoint, I would probably say 70% of the Heresy players play Marines, and then the remaining 30% is split up between Mechanicum, Ox, whatever.
Yeah.
And that's Custos, yeah. That's why we don't see all that stuff for those armies, because they've tried it in the past to varying degrees, and if it doesn't sell, they take it off. I mean, people were complaining that they're not going to make full resin Legion dreadnoughts anymore. They're just going to offer the torso. Well, the reason is those don't sell. I mean, they have them for all the Legions, but at this point, people that are going to buy them have bought them. You've got new people coming into the hobby buying plastic stuff, and they get a plastic dread in their box. Then it's going to make way more sense for them to pick up just a torso piece to turn that plastic dread into, Bob the Trader Dread or whatever.
Hey, real quick, Garrett Lowe says he's about to bounce. Maybe we should do a giveaway. Now.
How many people do we have watching?
All right, so
I don't know.
hey guys, let's and those of you listening, all one of you right now. Yeah, there's one viewer. So the behind the curtain view. Maybe we'll hold off on the giveaway till next time. And there's some metrics now that, and I know viewers, you guys don't care about this, but just for us guys, once we close the chat here, or once we close the cast here in a few minutes, we'll talk about these metrics, because now that I can see this, I think it's going to help us figure out our time frames and all that stuff. But yeah, I'd say maybe we hold it till next time.
Okay, my bad. Sorry about the tease.
It's all good. I kind of forgot about the giveaway until you said something. I was like, oh, let me look. So let's pivot real quick. And because the last time we were going to talk about, or have Josh kind of share about Battle Sim, which is something that Monty came up with here locally. And I haven't had a chance to try it out yet, but I know Josh got at least a game in.
Yeah, I got a game in, and it was a lot of fun. It's the premise of the Battle Sim it takes place on a 4x4 map. The terrain is pretty generic, and it's set up with Coke cans or paint cans or whatever thing. And the whole point of it is so that you can play a game on the floor in your living room if you wanted to. You know what I'm saying?
You're a brand new player.
Brand new player. And what it is it's 1,000 points. Defender sets up in one corner. Attacker sets up on the other corner. And the objective is to get into your opponent's deployment zone. So basically the premise is to meet in the middle and beat the shit out of each other with the units that you're allotted. Now, there's no force organization. There's no, you have to take this, you have to take that. And the beauty of it is that it's designed so you can take whatever you want and you can use whatever you want to see how, basically, it's not even to see how it performs against your opponent, but so you can get a feel for the rules of that unit. So if you take a Kratos, it's not like, you're not going to take a Kratos every time you play, but what gets you familiar with a unit or a unit's play style is playing it. I think I did so well at Adepticon because I slammed games like all day long. I was constantly trying to line up against somebody in the weeks coming up to Adepticon, so I could get a feel of, don't forget you have twin linked on this, or don't forget what Sunder does on this, and don't forget what you have, this weapon does this and that. And for people that play, avidly or have no jobs, or and usually if you have no job, you're not in this hobby because it's fucking expensive. But if you're not getting laid and you're in the hobby stores a lot more, you're obviously getting more game time than some of us that are getting laid. But I mean, with that being said, you have this 4x4 game, 1,000 points, and you basically learn how to use your units properly. So Battle Sim is more for just being, and I think it's a great idea. I mean, because nothing is more tiresome than being the guy that someone lines up against and you don't know what the fuck your shit does. And you're like, sorry, man, let me get the book out. Oh, I think I think this is ballistic skill 4. Hold on, let me check. And then you just come off as like a hard on. You slow up the game and you get to round 3, and then it's like, shit, we got to call it because of time, and you're the dickhead that's the reason. So with Battle Sim, you learn your units, you get an idea of how things work, you get to play with stuff that you normally wouldn't play with, or like if you're playing, if you at your hobby shop do 1,500 point matches and stuff like that, very rarely are you going to field a Typhon, or very rarely are you going to throw in a Cerberus or a Knight or something like that. But without a force organization chart, you can take 1,000 point model and line it up against 100,000 points worth of models.
Yeah,
and I think he's learning how to use his stuff. You're learning how to use your stuff, and it's not about win or lose. It's about just gaining knowledge and being more familiarized with the game. So
I think that's the key point that if anyone takes anything away from all of this, it's not about winning or losing. If you're, and Monty, I think, put it best, if you're doing a simulation, you're doing it to learn. And so it's just like real world units doing things to learn so that they get it right on the actual battlefield. So yeah, it's a chance to test out something. It's not like, hey, I'm going to bring these 4 models because I know they beat face and I can kill whatever Josh brings. It's not that. It's like,
it's not, you're missing the point.
Yeah.
Missing the point.
Yeah. It's like, it would be like me saying, what you really want to do is approach it like if I was to say, hey, I have not tried Vorax in 2.0 yet. So I'm going to bring, in my 1,000 points, an Archmagos and 6 Vorax and then some other stuff. Right. But my main thing is I want to try out these Vorax. And Josh is like, all right, cool. Well, I'm going to bring, I'm really working on my Ox, and I'm going to try these heavy weapon units. I haven't tried them yet, or whatever it is.
Right. And if I had a quarter for every time I saw on Facebook, hey, what do you prefer best? This, or this? You know what I'm saying? The Battle Sim gives you an opportunity to try it out and see for yourself, And if you have a combo or something that works together, take your Omnissa or your Tagmata guy that buffs these troops and see how it does and run it with the buffs. You know what I'm saying? But it gives you an opportunity to run your stuff and see how it works. Absolutely. I think it's a great idea. I encourage it, and I think Monty's got it posted up so anybody anywhere can set up to play. Like I said, you can play a game, and the games usually last 30 minutes to an hour and a half, depending on, and by the end of that hour and a half, you know how to use your units, and you don't have to take all of them at one time. You know,
Yeah, you
take
can
one-
bring. Hey, I'm bringing one tray because it's got all my stuff I need for this 1,000 points. Or I'm bringing one little box, and
Right.
so again, it's ease of use so you can learn those units. And yeah, he does have it posted. Go to RFI Discord. So our brothers over at RFI have a great Discord channel. I don't know like all the details about Discord, but go there and join it, and you can find Battle Sim.
Okay, here's the thing about Discord. I think you have to be invited to the Discord. I don't even know how to do it, but like I tried to get, I was like, hey, how do I get
Somebody
into
wasn't
Discord?
invited.
Hey,
Fuck off, bro.
it took forever for us to learn how to look half-ass professional on the YouTube. So yeah, don't expect us to know the Discords tonight.
Yeah.
This segment of the show is brought to you.
Yeah, pretty. Maybe next time I come into town, we get down on some battle sim.
Let's do it.
Play.
Yeah.
Let's do
I
it.
left,
I'm
my,
down.
I left my Emperor's Children over there because that's the army I'm learning right now. So I told him, I said, I'll come by and throw something together because, like, man, I took Phoenix.
Sun killers.
No, I took some of those, but I mean, I took
Opening.
Palatine blades, and you know, and I completely forgot they have 2 wounds apiece. You know what I'm saying? But by the end of the game, I was like, oh yeah, 2 wounds apiece. Yeah, and it helped out because you learn the squads, and the more you play with them, the more fun. You know, and what does Flint always said? And now you know, and knowing is half the battle. Yeah, that's right.
Well, is there anything else we want to roundtable before we close it down for tonight?
Yeah. Like we're gonna try to do this regularly. I think as we progress, our like tech minds will like improve. So and with that, like I think our cameras look a lot better. Like our audio is good. So if y'all have any like feedback or something like that, so we can better give y'all a better show or whatever it is that y'all want, like let us know. And
we need a phone line so y'all can phone in topics. That way we can address them in future episodes. You know.
We need to get some better structure, but I mean we're trying to get we're getting back into it.
Right. You teach these old dogs some new tricks, you know.
Yeah, we're coming back. We're coming back strong. So I mean, like, come find us. We'll.
All right. So we'll be back in like 3 or 4 weeks when we get our. Oh wait.
Maybe there'll be an event, in the distant future or whatever. Like, I mean, but
you never know.
Hey, pretty.
Yeah, you never know.
Some glue for me?
I do have some glue for you.
All right, cool.
I need some of that glue, man. Like, what is it? What is
the
it?
Beast Bond.
Oh, it's so good.
It's so good. You tried it yet?
Yes.
It's fantastic. It's so good. It glued my cap. I can't get this open right now.
So I used it to when I started building my Mechanitrix chick. That's what the glue I used, and it's so good.
It's titties.
It is titties.
That's our future caster plug for tonight. That's
yeah, they don't sponsor us, but maybe they will in the future. Who knows?
Right.
No, Zach's right. We're definitely going to keep working on this and keep improving our product and try to get the best out to you guys. We are still going to keep the dick and fart jokes.
Oh yeah.
So a little fart there at the end.
And keep your ears open. The painting with Josh Hours is on the horizon. So
yeah, get a better name.
Yeah, I'm working on that. Right. Maybe my brother will help me out. He's real.
I'll figure something out for you.
Right.
But yeah, so tune in. We'll shoot to come back next week. If we don't make every week, we'll for sure try every other week. But we're going to try to be real consistent, or as consistent as possible with that. And I guess with that, we'll close it for tonight.
All right.
See you guys later.
FRB.
FRB.
FRB.